Hello Flutter developers, welcome back to our Flutter and Firebase Mastery series on BalochDev YouTube channel. Today we will be working on the home screen, introducing a dynamic banner swiper and showcasing the latest arrival products. So yeah, let's get started. And sorry for being inactive for a few days, so I was busy a little bit. So we will be continuing our this series from today. And yeah, let's just jump into the code. So we will be just designing our home screen. So first let's have a look at our demo application, how home screen looks. So yeah, we just need the app bar, the title and the icon here, and we need a swiper for the images to swipe automatically, and here under that the latest arrival products. So we just need a list under that. So we will be just designing this part from the latest arrival in this episode, and in the upcoming episodes we will be just designing the categories. So I'll be just moving back to my this application here in the home screen. So I am on the home screen.dart file, and here we will be just designing our home screen. So first of all we just need an app bar on the top. So for that I'll be just moving to my this profile screen, and I'll be just copying this app bar and I'll just paste it on my home screen. So for that we just need to use the property of app bar, and which will be app bar. So I have already copied the profile screen app bar, so I'll just paste that, and here you go. I will just save that and you will get that. So here we just need some kind of padding, so I'll be providing the paddings here to just uh, align this icon. So I'll be just wrapping my this image with the padding widget, and here you go. I'll just save this, and that's it. Now it's looking good. So we have just got the application name, the title and the icon. So now we will be just designing the swiper. So for the swiper we will be just using a package, so which will be card swiper. I have already installed this into my prospect.yml file, and you can just get it into the pub.dev. So I'll just show you which package I'm just using. So I'll just visit pub.dev, and here I'll just search for swiper, and if you just search for swiper and on the top result the card swiper, you will get there. So just go to in the installing tab and just copy this line and paste it into your prospect.yml file and just save this, and that's there you have it. You will be just um, installing this card swiper into this project, and you will be just able to use this into your project. So yeah, just do that and be sure to make sure to install this package to just um, add the swiper into your application. So yeah, I'll be just moving back to my home screen, and I'll be just removing this all codes. So now I just don't need these. We will be just designing the swiper for our application, and I'll be just getting that. So yeah, I'll just remove these, and now I will be just uh, using the swiper package. So I'll be just calling the swiper package, which will be the swiper. So in the suggestion box I'll just click this, and this will just automatically import my this uh, package. And if you want to manually install it, then you can just import the package manually. So now it requires the item count. So for now we will be just providing the item count, um, and we will be just creating a list for our this swiper, so we can be just able to add multiple images on this swiper. So for now we will be just adding two, and we will be just getting the item count or the length of the list from that list which we will be just creating it. So before that I will be just creating the item builder for our swiper, so to just build the swiper. So for that I'll be just using the property which is item builder, and now we will be just getting these context and the index. So now we just need to design uh, the item builder to show the images on the screen. So for that we will be just getting our images from the image.assets. So we have just already added all the images into our this assets directory. So I have already provided these images to you. If you have not um, downloaded these and added these images, so you can just get the link in the description below and you can download these images from there. So that's it. Now I will be just getting these images from the list. So I will be just creating a basic and simple list into my this const file, app constant file, and here you have it. I have already created a list type of strings. I have just named it banners images, and I have already added these assets images dot banner 1 and banner 2 into this list. So now we will be just accessing these images from this list into our home screen. So great. Now we will be just using the return keyword, so it requires to return something. So I'll be just using the return. So for now what we just need to return, we need to return the image from the assets. So I'll be just using image.assets. So now we can just get the images from our constant app constant class. So I'll be just calling that, which is app constant, and the product image URL. So let's see what was the name. The banner images, the list name was banner images, so I'll be just getting that, which was banner images, and there you have it. So basically this is a list, so it requires to provide or need an index. So we will be just providing this index, the item builder index, into our this images. So by doing this we will be just getting all the images from the list. And now here I'll just add a semicolon, and now from where we just need to get the item count. So from this list, basically the banner images list, so I'll be just calling the app constant dot banner images dot length. So whatever images we will be just adding to this list, so we will be just showing that length to our home screen. So now I'll just save this from here, and let's see what we will be just getting on the screen. And here we have got nothing, and we are just getting this render box issue. So we just need to resize our this swiper. So for that we just need to assign a size, a specific or a particular size, which size the images should be shown on the screen. So for that we will be just wrapping our this swiper with a sized box to just we can be able to specify the size from the size box. So I'll be just wrapping this with the size box, and now I'll be just defining the size. So we will be just defining the size, and we will be just making our application responsive. So for that we will be just getting the size from the media query. So that's it. I'll be just creating the size is equal to media query dot of context. We will provide the context and we will get the size. That's it. Now according to our device's size we will be just specifying the length of our swiper. So we will be just getting the size, height, and the weight from this variable. So yeah, now I'll just define the height for my sized box. For that I'll be just using the height property, and now we will be just getting the size dot height and now I'll just multiply the size with 0.24, and now I'll just save this, and there you have it. We have just got this swiper, so it just need to configure for autoplaying and the dot icons and the dot indicator colors, active colors, and so we will be just doing that in a second. So for that we will be just um, and from here under the item count, so we will be just using the autoplay, and I'll just make the autoplay to true, so it should just autoplay when the application comes into our home screen. These images should be swiped automatically, so I'll just make this true. So by doing this we will be just able to make this swipe to play the images automatically. So that's it. I'll just do that, and now we will be just getting it. uh, so great, now it's playing automatically. Oh great, we just need to configure some other properties, so we will be just doing that. So we just need uh, the indicators, and we just need to define the colors or active colors for the indicators. So for that we will be just using pagination property of the swiper. So we will be just using the swiper pagination, which is a swiper pagination, I guess, swiper, and yeah, that's it. So now inside this we will be just setting the alignment, and I'll be just setting the alignment to alignment to bottom center, alignment dot bottom center, and now it requires the builder. So we will just provide the builder to just create the indicators according to the images. So for that we will be just using the dot swiper pagination builder, and now it just required to define the colors. So I'll be just defining the colors here. So for that I just want that active images indicator should be white, and the active indicator color should be red. So I'll just provide these colors dot red. So now I'll just save this, and that's it. Now we are getting the indicator. Great, now we are doing great. I'll just add the const keyword here to remove the warnings for us. So that's good. Now we have just removed the warnings here, and great, now we just need to head our this um, arrival products list here under this swiper. So for that I'll be just using to give some kind of spaces between the list and this. So for that we will be just using the sized box here to just give it some kind of white spaces. So for that I'll be just using the sized box, and I'll just provide it height to 18, and let's see how it looks. So we can just increase and decrease the size later on. So for that I just need to add a title for our latest arrival product. So I'll be just using our custom title widget which we have created um, at the initial of our project, and I'll be just using that title text widget, and I'll just provide it a label. So for that we will be just using the latest arrival, and I'll just save this, and great, we are just getting that. So now I'll just increase the font size also. The font size will be 22 for now, and I'll just save this again. So we just need to bring this on the start position. So I'll be just using our this column property, which will be main axis alignment or the cross axis alignment. So I'll be just using the cross axis alignment and the cross axis alignment dot start, and that's it. Now we just added brought our this title into the start. So now it requires some kind of paddings, so I'll just provide this paddings here. So I'll just wrap my this column with the padding widget, and the padding will be this type of symmetric, so I'll just provide some kind of horizontal paddings to it, which will be horizontal 12. And now I'll just set this, and great, now we are just getting some kind of paddings also. That's it, we just wanted that. And now we will be just adding the list here to show the latest or new products here. When we just add a new product, it will be just shown here in this section. Great, now we will be just moving forward, and here we will be just using a list um, arrival. So this should be a list which will be scrollable by horizontally. So for that we will just need to use a list. So for that I'll be just using the list, which will be the list view builder, and we just need the item builder, sorry. So we will be just providing the item builder to it, and I'll just save this. And that's it, we just got this render box overflow issue. So as you know that this list view just requires all the available spaces to just scroll and show all the products here. So for that we just need to specify the list view builder size, how much this list view just occupy on spaces on this screen. So for that we will be just uh, defining the size. For this we will be just wrapping our this list view builder with the size box. So we will be just using this size box to specify the height. So I'll be just using the height and the size which we have just created, and I'll just define the height to it. So for that I'll just multiply it with mm, 0.2, and now I'll just save this. And great, now we have just um, solved that issue. Now we are not getting the error, but now we just need to create this list. So for that we will be just returning um, latest arrival products widget. So this is not created here, so I'll be just creating this in a second. So before that we just need to define the item count, how many items should be shown uh, on this list. So for that we just need to define the item count also. So we will be just defining it 10 for now. So we just need uh, so I have just hard coded this for now. So we will be just getting these images dynamically later on. So for now we have just hard coded to 10. So here we will just be getting 10 um, items on this list. So now we just need to change the scrolling position from this horizontal. So we just need to specify the scroll direction also, which will be a scroll direction, and it will be the axis dot horizontal. And great, now we will be just creating our this class in a separate dart file. And so for that I will be just moving to my widget, and this widget comes in under the products. Now in the products directory I will be just creating the file which will be latest arrival products widget dot, and now I will be just creating um, a stateless widget class here, and I will just name this the latest arrival product widget. And now I'll just save this, and now I will be just going back to my home screen, and here I will just import it. And that's it, I'll just save this from here, and now we will be just getting all the images or the list whatever we have just added. So we will be just getting that here. So we just need some kind of spaces under there. So I'll be just using the size box here also. So I'll just copy this size box, and I'll just paste this, and we will be just getting some kind of white spaces here, and that's it. So now we will be just designing our this list class, which is largest are our products widgets, and I'll be just replacing this placeholder with a fancy shimmer image. So the when the images are in loading state, so it will be just showing the shiny or the shimmer effect into these images. So for that we will be just using fancy shimmer, and I'll just import this, and that's it. Now we will be just getting the images. So we will be just using the image URL, and now we will be just getting the product image from our that app constants file. So I'll be just calling that app constant and the product image. That's it. I will be just saving this from now, and now we will be just getting the images. So now we just need to specify the size of each images. So for that we just need to get the size. So I will be just moving to my home screen dot, and now we will be just copying this from here, and now I'll just paste it there. And great, now we will be just defining or calculating the sizes of our images, and for that we will be just defining the width, and the width will be size dot width, and I'll just multiply it with 0.28, and now I'll just define the height also, and for the height we will be just defining the size dot width, and I'll just multiply it with 0.28, so it should be a square for here. And now I'll just save this, and we will be just getting that um the height. Yeah, great. Now we will be just um, adding some kind of radius on the border. So for that we just need to wrap our this fancy image with a widget which is called clip rect. So for that we will be just wrapping that with that, and now I will be just providing the border radius and using this border radius property from here, and I'll just provide border radius dot circular, and I'll just define the radius to height, and now I'll just save this, and now we will be just able to get the corners for our images which are being shown. And great, now we will just, and we just need to show the title, the price, and the two icons, one for to add to cart and one for to add to wish list. So for that I will be just wrapping my this clip art with the row widget, and I'll just wrap it with the row widget, which will be wrapped with the row, and that's it. Now we just need to, and we just need some kind of paddings here on the images. So I'll just wrap my this widget row widget with the padding widget, and I'll just save this again, and now we are just getting the spaces between all the images. Great. Now we also just need to click on each images, so it should be clickable. So for that we just need to wrap our this row widget with the gesture detector widget, so we will be just able to get the on tap function from there. So we will be just using the gesture detector, and I'll just use the on tap functionality of our gesture detector, and for that we just be able to uh, click on these images, and it will be just redirecting to the details pages. So we will be just for now printing a statement, and we will be just getting or creating that functionality page details in upcoming videos. So for now we will be just printing the statement to our debug console, and that's it. Now when I just save this, and I'll be just clicking on her image, and now we will be just getting and printing this statement on our debug console, and we will be just moving to the product detail pages, and the upcoming videos we will be just designing that also. So for now we have just printed this statement. Great. Now I'll be just moving ahead. So now we just need to specify the size of this row. So for that we will be just specifying the sizes and we will providing the sizes. So I'll be just wrapping my this row widget with the sized box, and here in the size box we will be just defining the width of our this row. For that we will be just using this width property of size box, and I'll just using the size dot width, and I'll just multiply it with 0.45, which will take the 45% of our screen. And I'll just save this, and that's it. We just needed this and we are getting this. So we just got some kind of spaces for the title and the icons and the price. So that's it. Now we will be just adding the titles and the sizes. For that we just need to add the title on the top and the price here, and on the side we just need to add the buttons. So for that we will be just creating them. So for that I will be just coming out from my row widget, and now we just need to use the column widget. So we will be just making these responsive. So I have already defined in the previous video, so we just need to use the flexible widget to just make our application responsive to when the title goes too big. So it will just also adjust that accordingly. So now I will be just repeating the same processes for our this column widget and the row widget. So now we just need to make responsive these images. So we will be just using our flexible widget. So for that I'll be just using the flexible widget, and that's it. Now the same pattern we will be just using with the title and the prices. So for that we will be just using the flexible widget, and it requires the child here. Sorry, I'll be just coming out from this sized box, and now I'll just use the flexible again, which will be flex. Yeah, so yeah, I'll just use the flexible widget here, and now it requires the child. And now in the child section I'll be just providing um, the column widget, which will be a column for our this title and the prices. So for that we will be just using the column widget here, which will be column, and column requires the children, and that's it. Now I'll just use our this text widget, which will be text, and I'll just name it title, and I'll just multiply it with 10 to just make our title a bit uh, lengthy. So yeah, to just check the um, responsiveness of our application. Great. Now we will be just making the cross-axis alignment to start, which will be cross-axis alignment dot start. And now we just need to also define the cross-axis alignment to start on this row, which will be cross-axis alignment dot start. And I'll just save this. And great, we have just got what we wanted, and we just need to give some kind of spaces here also. So for that I will be just using a sized box here, which will be const sized box, and this time we will be just providing the width, and it will be 7. And I'll just save this. And great, we have just got some kind of spaces between them. And for this we will be just defining the uh, max lines for our this title. So for that I'll just be using the max lines to 2, and when it crosses or it is too big for 2 lines to cover the title, so it will just show the ellipses for that. So I'll be just using the overflow, which will be text overflow dot ellipses. And now I'll just save this, and here you have it. So we have just got what we needed. great. Now I will be just coming out from this text widget, and now I'll be just using a row widget here for our buttons. So for that I will be just using fitted box again, and in the child section I will be just using our row to just show two buttons here, and it requires the children, and I'll just provide the children, and now we will be just creating the icon here. For that I'll be just using the icon button, and we just need to implement the onPress function, but we will be just doing that later on. And now we just need to provide the icon, and for the icon I will be just using the iconly to show a icon here, which will be iconly. So we just need to import our this iconly package here. For that I'll be just going to quick picks, hit just import this, and now we will be just accessing the icon, which will be hard for us now. And now I'll just save this, and there you have it. We are just getting this button here, and now we just need to add the cart button also. So I will be just copying this icon button from here, and I'll just paste this under here, and now I'll just use the const keyword to remove the warnings for me, and that's it. Now I'll just change the icon to use the standard icon to just show the add to cart icon on the screen. So for that I will be just using the icons dot add, which will be add shopping cart rounded, and that's it. We will just define the size for this, which will be 18, and I'll just save this now. And great, now we have just got this icon button and this art button too. So I will just increase this icon size to 20. It's too small for us, and that's it. We are getting that. So I'll just use the const keyword here, and now we just need to show the price under this. So I'll just come out of this fitted box, and now I will be just using the const, which will be fitted box, to just maintain the responsiveness of our application. So we will be just using the fitted box and the flexible widget. So for that, now on the child part we will be just using our this subtitle, which will be subtitle text widget, and now I just need to provide the label to it. So I'll just provide 16.5, and to just show the dollar sign we just need to use the forward slash here, and now I just also need to define the color for our price. So I'll just use the color property of our this widget, and I'll just provide it colors dot below, and I'll just save this, and we will be just getting our this price here under that. And great, now we are just getting the price, the button, and the title, and there we have it. Our home screen is now more engaging with a dynamic banner swiper and a section for the latest arrival products. If you have any questions or ideas, feel free to drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next tutorial of our Flutter and Firebase mastery journey. Until then, stay happy, stay fit, and the last, as usual, happy fluttering.